What is up everybody, this is Ayush and welcome to another tutorial, and today we're gonna make a time lapse in no time. Like that sounds cool. Time lapse in no time. Let's begin. So I'm sure you guys know what is a time lapse. It is a video which is sped up super fast, which actually it has a story in itself which shows that the time is passing super fast. If you want to transition from day to night but you don't want your viewers to wait for 12 hours or something like that, you use a time lapse which actually explains that the time has passed. This time lapse which I have made is just for example for this video, and it looks pretty cool, and I've not done the lazy thing. Like the lazy thing is for me, it's like just rolling the camera for like 30 minutes, something like that, and then speed it up while editing. But this one I actually took photos, almost like 300 photos, and I made a time lapse in no time. It literally took me like 5 minutes to create this time lapse that you are seeing right now. But before that, let's see what we need. Alright, so first of all you need a DSLR. That is pretty self-explanatory. This is one right here, just sitting, just living life. You need a DSLR, you need a tripod obviously so that your camera doesn't move, and I don't remember the settings exactly, but I'll write all the settings here, like the shutter speed, aperture and the ISO values, and I also write what focal length I use. I actually use the same 18 to 55mm lens because I wanted a wider shot, but it depends on you, whatever type of shot you want, maybe wide or tight, it depends on you, the lens choice is on you. Now you're gonna need a cable which comes with the camera, but in case if you didn't got, which is like super rare, I'll have some links in the description below so that you can buy it for your Nikon or for your Canon DSLR. And you're gonna need an OTG cable. Now what is that? It actually helps to connect your full-size USB to a smartphone. It's just like a converter. Yeah, I hope so. And you're gonna need an app. Now I am an Android user, so I have all the Android app link in the description below. I'll have every link in the description below, everything for the cables, OTG, the application itself. So everything is linked below, like links. Make sure you have a healthy full battery so that you don't die in the middle of time lapse and you'll be like, no. Now I recommend using a fully formatted memory card. Why? Because once you import everything in your editor, in this case DaVinci Resolve, it helps DaVinci Resolve to recognize every file from like what I did. The numbers were starting from 1 to 300. So it recognized really easily. That's not an issue if you are using a card which has 3 to 4 extra images, but still I'd recommend to use a fully empty card. So once you have plugged everything, like you have plugged in a battery, memory card, just plug in your camera to the smartphone itself and switch it on. Now you'll see a notification pop up and you have to click on that and select the application. Don't select anything else, select the application itself. And you have to set the interval and the number of shots you need. Now I chose 3 seconds of interval and the number of shot was 300 because I wanted a smooth transition. I just wanted smooth, that's why I chose 3 seconds. So now make sure you turn off your autofocus, because every time when your camera will take a photo, it will refocus again. But when you see that in the actual time lapse, in the final time lapse, it'll look bad, it'll be jittery, like front and back, something like that. It looks horrible, so make sure you turn off your autofocus. Now let's dive into DaVinci Resolve and let's see what to do in the post. So here it is, and it is completely empty. The media pool is completely empty, but I'm going to make a new bin, Control Shift N. Just gonna write time lapse. That looks fine. And I'm gonna import every photo. Like, no, I'm not gonna import selectively. I'm just gonna go to the folder, as you can see here. Just Control A, and this is the best part. You don't have to select like match sequence or anything like that, which you do in Adobe Premiere. This is the best part of DaVinci Resolve. So Control A, select all the photos, drag it right into the media pool and just leave it. Now it'll instantly recognize, it'll instantly take all the photos as a single clip. This is the, like, it pumps me, like this is 28, no, this is 2050 I guess. Alright, so here is the clip and you can see the metadata over here. I just seen that it's 6016 by 4000. So let me just close that. I'm gonna drag this on the timeline, and yeah, I told you, see, it's just okay. So it's there. I'm gonna leave it. So it has already lagging a little bit. So that is a bummer. So let me just drag this over here, and here you can see, let me just close the media pool. You can see there is the black bars on the left and the right hand side because it is not 16:9, it's 3:2. So to fix that, just click on the inspector, first click on the clip, then on the inspector, and you have to zoom in a little bit, just a little bit, so that you can cover up the entire frame. Alright, so my reframing is done. I'm going to close my inspector, and there you go, the time lapse is ready for color correction. We're going to go for color tab as well. So we're going to go on the deliver tab right now, and we are going to do the exporting thing. So if you are doing YouTube, so I'm going to select YouTube since it is ultimately going on YouTube. I'm going to select 1080p because I don't want my computer to blast exporting a 4K footage. So I'm going to just select the drive. That looks fine to me, and yeah, everything is set. I'm going to add it to render queue. I'm going to start rendering. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Not little, actually, it was too long. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and you can see while editing, it took so less time. Excluding the time of shooting, it only took me like almost like 2 or 3 minutes, something like that, to edit and color correct, since I am an avid DaVinci Resolve user. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you do, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Click the bell icon for more updates, more videos. I'm pumped. So yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.